Our guest of honors have also joined us. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being joined by Honorable Shri Veer Dhaval Vikram Khade sir and Honorable Mrs. Smita Shirole Yadav ma'am. They are our guest of honors for the valedictory and prize distribution ceremony of VSM 2026. Can we have a huge round of applause for both our guest of honors? We are also being joined by our chief guest, Honorable Captain Bajranglal Thakar sir. Let's welcome them with a huge round of applause. We are also being joined by our Vice Chancellor sir, Professor Dr. Rajesh S sir, and our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Ramchandra V. Pujari sir, as well as our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Mohit Dubey sir, and we also have Professor Dr. Suraj Bhoyar sir and Professor Padmakar Phad sir. Can we have a huge round of applause for all our dignitaries as they join us on the dais for the valedictory ceremony for VSM 2026. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I request everyone in the audience to kindly be seated as we begin with the valedictory and prize distribution ceremony of the 8th National Intercollegiate and Inter-University Vishwanath Sports Meet 2026. It is a moment of immense pride and honor to welcome our chief guest, Honorable Captain Bajranglal Thakar sir, a Padma Shri awardee, Vishisht Seva medalist, Arjuna awardee, and Asian gold medalist in rowing. Sir, you truly are a living embodiment of discipline, dedication, and national pride. Can we have a huge round of applause for our chief guest? We also extend a warm and respectful welcome to our guest of honor, Honorable Shri Veer Dhaval Vikram Khade sir, Olympian and Arjuna awardee in swimming, whose extraordinary journey continues to motivate aspiring athletes across the nation. We are equally privileged to welcome our guest of honor, Honorable Mrs. Smita Shirole Yadav ma'am, Major Dhyan Chand awardee in rowing, a name synonymous with excellence. We welcome both our guests of honor with pride. We would also like to welcome Honorable Professor Dr. Mangesh Karat sir, Executive President and Pro-Chancellor, MIT-ADT University, Professor Dr. Rajesh S. sir, Vice Chancellor, MIT-ADT University. Our Pro-Vice Chancellors, Dr. Ramchandra V. Pujari sir and Dr. Mohit Dubey sir. Our Registrar, Dr. Mahesh Chopre sir, Professor Dr. Suraj Bhoyar sir, Director, Student Affairs, and Professor Padmakar Phad sir, Director, Sports, MIT-ADT University, as well as all the other dignitaries on dais, off dais, and all the deans, directors, HOI, HODs, faculty members, as well as the champions and the participants. We extend a warm welcome to one and all present here. We welcome you to the valedictory and prize distribution ceremony for VSM 2026. Can we have a huge round of applause? Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the next segment, we pause with heavy hearts to remember and honor the life of the Honorable Mr. Ajit Dada Pawar sir, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, who tragically passed away in a plane crash today. Fondly known as Dada, he was more than a towering figure in Maharashtra's political landscape. He was a leader who dedicated over 3 decades of his life to the service of people and shaping the state's progress with discipline, resilience, and an unwavering sense of responsibility. His vision, leadership, and commitment have left a lasting imprint that will continue to guide generations to come. His untimely departure leaves behind a profound void, not only in public life, but in the hearts of countless citizens whose lives he had touched. As a mark of our deep respect and gratitude for his lifelong service to the nation and state, I request everyone present here to kindly stand and observe 2 minutes of silence in his solemn memory. Thank you, everyone. I request you all to kindly be seated.
As we begin this auspicious ceremony, let us follow the revered tradition of MIT-ADT University with the World Peace Prayer, followed by the lamp lighting ceremony. I respectfully request everyone to please rise for the World Peace Prayer, a prayer that transcends boundaries, beliefs, and barriers and unites us in peace, harmony, and humanity.
नमो जीयाद्या वेद प्रतिपाद्या जय जय स्वसंवेद्या आत्मरूपा देवातूति गणेषु सकलार्थमतिप्रकाशु म्हणे निवृत्तिदासु अवधारि गोदी गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णश्च पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Thank you. May I now request the dignitaries to kindly proceed with the lamp lighting ceremony. A lamp does not speak, yet it enlightens everything around it. Much like true achievers whose actions speak louder than words. Through this ceremony, we symbolically illuminate not only this arena, but also the values of discipline, dedication, and determination that sports instill in each one of us. Thank you to all the dignitaries. Every race run, every goal scored, every fall, and every comeback. VSM 2026 has gifted us moments worth cherishing. Let us now relive those unforgettable memories through a video presentation titled Moments in Motion, VSM 2026. May we have the video, please?
We welcome you all to this inaugural ceremony of the 8th National Intercollegiate Inter-University Vishwanath Sports Meet 2026.
You may get injured, but that's okay. The most important thing is that you come back and try again until you reach your summit.
We are going national now, but we will also try to see international in the years going to come. So first we have focused on national, pan-India, and then we will focus on international.
Let me tell you one thing which I understand. Identifying talent is one, but more important is pursuing that talent with a lot of determination and consistency. That is what makes you champion and takes you forward.
The perseverance, the dedication, the devotion, the determination. You need to be fit even to study. Physical fitness gives rises to mental fitness also.
बहुत सारे अप एंड डाउन आएंगे, हार मिलेगी, जीत मिलेगी, but don't blame. Just take the responsibility and move forward.
The sports will teach us the hard work, the endurance, and the resilience which we need all for to develop ourselves as a personality.
A special word of thanks to the participating universities and colleges from across the country for their enthusiastic participation, which truly reflects the spirit of sportsmanship and unity.
This sport has really helped me in all aspects of my life.
Thanks to MIT-ADT for organizing this VSM event, and the arrangements are pretty good and it's very well organized.
You know, as a sports person, you always love wanting to experience new places, new teams, new challenges. So overall, it was an amazing experience. I'm very happy.
I really like this place for playing football. Their grounds are good.
I have been participating in VSM from 3 or 4 years. It's a very great initiative and national level sports event.
Thank you. To formally welcome this August gathering, may I invite Professor Aditya Kedari sir, Asian gold medalist in rowing, to deliver the welcome address.
Hello, hello, yeah. Good evening, one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, coaches, parents, students, and my fellow colleagues. I welcome you to the valedictory and prize distribution ceremony of the 8th National Vishwanath Sports Meet 2026. In the last few days, we have noticed excellent performances from sportsmen, athletes, participants from all across India. And as we have visioned, in the next couple of years, we might go international as well. In these few days, you might have noticed that sports is just not about winning medals, but it is more about participation with honesty and humbleness, following discipline and hard work. Today's chief guest, Captain Bajrang, he is a testament, his life journey itself is to learn from. When I looked at his profile, Padma Shri awardee, Arjuna awardee, Asian gold medalist in rowing. While myself being a rower, I noticed while rowing, you are moving forward but looking backward. So what to learn from this particular game? We are moving in the future with a full of mystery, what's going to happen. But we move with faith, and that faith can be only acquired with a lot of sacrifices, patience, determination, and hard work. That is what our today's chief guest has taught us. Similarly, our guest of honor, Veer Dhaval sir, while discussing with him, very energetic person. When I looked at him, I got inspired from him. He's an Olympian. He's also has represented India at various international events and won gold medals. And in swimming, what we learn? In swimming, if we stop swimming, if you stop the stroke, we might sink. Similarly, in life, if you stop, you might not succeed. So from his life journey, we can learn that whenever we are moving towards success, we have to have continuous efforts. We have to keep on going stroke by stroke, even if the water seems heavy, the life seems difficult. And Mrs. Smita ma'am, while discussing with her, when she started rowing, such a physically demanding sport in an era where girls were not meant for sports, an era where sports was for boys. The girls were said, no, you stay at home, you work. But she went outside this particular social comfort into a physically demanding sport and won medals for India at the international level at times where there was no support system. What to learn from her? Smita ma'am is a true inspiration for me, for everybody, for every girl, not only sitting here, but all throughout India. And we boys are also getting inspired from you, ma'am. And another important factor, this national event was possible because of the vision and the leadership of our Pro-Chancellor and Executive President, sir, Professor Dr. Mangesh Karat, sir. Personally, I know sir's vision is very clear and his support is, you can't even ask for something. He himself asked, do you want something? Specifically in sports, in an educational institution where you do not find such kind of support. And he's ably supported by Vice Chancellor, sir, Pro-Chancellors, Provost ma'am, every management, the coaches, the whole sports infrastructure is responsible for such a successful event which was conducted, which is next to impossible for a lot of other infrastructure and facilities which are already available but still very difficult to manage. So athletes, what I want to tell you is, in life, हार जीत चलती रहती है. हार नहीं मानना ये ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. मेहनत करते रहो खामोशी में. आपका जीत ऐसी करो कि वो इतना शोर मचाए कि आपको लोग नोटिस ज़रूर करेंगे. So I hope this 8th National Vishwanath Sports Meet is a stepping stone for everybody for bigger success. You start dreaming bigger, work even harder, but at the same time, stay humble in your success. And at the same time, whenever you feel or you face failure, you have to keep working hard towards that goal. You win, till then you don't stop. Thank you so much for listening to me. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for setting the tone for this memorable evening. Today, we are privileged to be in the presence of legends who define excellence beyond medals. Our chief guest, Honorable Captain Bajranglal Thakur, sir, a Padma Shri awardee, Arjuna awardee, Vishista Seva medalist, and Asian gold medalist in rowing, has served the nation with distinction and brought unparalleled glory to Indian sports. As a token of appreciation, may I now request Professor Dr. Mangesh Karad, sir, Pro-Chancellor and Executive President, MIT-ADT University, to kindly felicitate our chief guest. Can we have a huge round of applause for our chief guest and the dignitaries? We are honored to have been joined by our chief guests, Honorable Captain Bajranglal Thakur, sir, our Executive President and Pro-Chancellor, Professor Dr. Mangesh Karad, sir, is felicitating our chief guest. Now we are felicitating our chief guest with a portrait that is made by the students of MIT-ADT University. Thank you so much. We are also joined by Shri Veer Dhaval Khade, sir, as our guest of honor, an Olympian and Arjuna awardee in swimming. As a token of appreciation, may I request Professor Dr. Rajesh S. Sir, Vice Chancellor, MIT-ADT University, to kindly felicitate our guest of honor. We are felicitating our guest of honor, Shri Veer Dhaval Khade, sir. He is an Olympian and Arjuna awardee in swimming. We are truly honored to have been joined us. We are also felicitating our guest of honor with a portrait made by the students of MIT-ADT University. Thank you. We are equally privileged to welcome our guest of honor, Honorable Mrs. Smita Shirole Yadav ma'am, Major Dhyan Chand awardee in rowing. May I request both our Pro-Vice Chancellors, Professor Dr. Ramchandra V. Pujari, sir, and Professor Dr. Mohit Dubey, sir, to kindly felicitate our guest of honor, Honorable Mrs. Smita Shirole Yadav, ma'am. We are felicitating our guest of honor, Honorable Mrs. Smita Shirole Yadav, ma'am. She is a Major Dhyan Chand awardee in rowing. We are truly honored to have you with us here today, ma'am. Can we have a huge round of applause for our dignitaries? We are also felicitating ma'am with a self-portrait made by the students of MIT-ADT University. Can we have a warm round of applause for all our distinguished guests? Thank you so much, dignitaries.
We now invite Honorable Professor Dr. Rajesh S. Sir, Vice Chancellor, MIT Art, Design and Technology University, to deliver the inspirational address.
Respected Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, valedictory function, Honorable Captain Bajranglal Thakur Sahab, VSM, Padma Shri, Arjuna awardee, and Asian gold medalist in rowing. We have our Honorable Guest of Honor, Honorable Sri Vardwal Khade Saab, Olympian Arjuna Awardee in swimming, and another esteemed guest of honor, Honorable Madam Smita Shiroli Yadav Ma'am, Major Dhyan Chand Awardee in rowing, our Honorable Visionary and Inspiration Leader, Professor Dr. Mangesh Karat Sir, our Pro-Chancellor and Executive President, all the other Pro-Vice Chancellors, the Deans, Directors, and all students who have come to witness and participate in this August event. For the past 5 to 6 days, you have witnessed various events and various sports festivities which have been conducted. And I myself was witnessing because I've been in and out, coming and encouraging the students. So thanks to Dr. Suraj Boyar for making me a part of this in even more effective way. But above all, I always believe that winning and losing is only a part of it. Participation is the key, and the kind of exuberance you have shown, particularly the outside participants, we are very much thankful to you, and the kind of endurance you have shown. So with discipline and the great fervor, festivity of sports, it has been organized. And almost as close to 6,000 students, almost 150 universities and colleges have participated in this great event. And the whole thing is, if you have seen the speeches and the great revered honorable dignitaries on the dais, so they are all the inspiration to all of us. And you have to take inspiration from all of them because they have achieved so much. And the only thing which will take you is practice, endurance, and discipline in a sport. And don't forget that it is not easy, to get into a Olympics and play there and get a medal for India or any country. But you should inculcate a dream so big that you will achieve it on one day. I think I urge all the students, not only our MIT-ADT and all the other participants, that please do have a cherished goal of sports dream. And if you can really do it, and it is a proud thing for Mother India. So Jai Bharat, Jai India, Jai MIT-ADT, Jai Bhavani, and Jai Shivaji. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating and insightful words. Sports is not merely about winning, it is about resilience, patience, and purpose. We are joined by Honorable Mrs. Smita Shirole Yadav Ma'am as our guest of honor. To know more about her inspiring journey, let's watch an introductory AV on her. Can we have the AV, please?
In the quiet waters of Pune, a revolution began, one that would break the glass ceiling of Indian water sports forever. Miss Smita Shirole Yadav didn't just row, she led the way. For nearly a decade, she remained the undisputed national and state champion. In 1985, she was honored with the Shiv Chhatrapati Award, but her true victory was becoming the first Indian woman to represent the nation in international rowing. Her passion didn't end at the finish line. From a fierce competitor to a dedicated coach and a champion of social causes, she nurtured the next generation of oarsmen and women. She made history again as India's first woman international rowing umpire, proving that her expertise and authority command respect worldwide. Recognized with the prestigious Dhyan Chand Lifetime Achievement Award, she remains the gold standard of perseverance and excellence. We are honored to welcome Ms. Smita Shirole Yadav, the woman who taught a nation how to row against the tide.
May I now request Honorable Smita Shirole Yadav Ma'am, Major Dhyan Chand Awardee, to address the gathering.
Mangesh Karat sir, I must say he's a great visionary and a great supporter of sports. If not for him, we wouldn't have been here today. the Vice Chancellors, our honored guests, who have really, really achieved so much. And they're here to speak about their experiences. So I'm going to keep my speech a little short. I'm really, really honored to be here today to address you, the youngsters of today, and the future of tomorrow's sports. You never know, tomorrow one of you will be standing here giving a speech about your experience, and I truly hope so. I must thank Aditya for giving an elaborate introduction, but he made me look a little ancient, didn't he? Well, Aditya, though I am, yes, a little ancient, but I have a sportsman's heart, so I think I'm really, really young at heart. Today I would like to share a few things. I think I want to tell you all experiences, because sports has taught me so much in life, so much. It gives you lessons of life. I think this is pretty much said by me, or it is cliched. Everybody says, never ever give up. But when I was rowing is the time I realized this in practical. I will give you an example of myself. I've said or told this story n number of times on our rowing field, but I think there are some new faces here, other sports, so I think I should share my experience and learn from it, never to give up. I remember it was the National Games of 1985. We had a rowing held in Chandigarh. That was the first national games after a long period of gap that was held. By then, in 1995, I was used to winning races. We have a start wherein we are facing the other side, so we are moving towards our back. So you can see your opponents in front. So I was in a habit, I had a superb, thankfully I was rowing with the Indian team, so I was very well experienced, and my start was a wonderful start always. And I had this habit of staying right in front of everybody. And then race my race according to the opponent. But this one final race, when I took a start, and then when you're taking a start, you're concentrating. And then when I took the start and started my midsection of the race, I looked around. I did not see my opponent behind. She was right there with me, side by side. Well, when such a thing happens, when you go through something you're not used to, then you have to plan your strategies accordingly. So, I gave it my best. I was trying to race very hard, trying to get ahead of her. But I just couldn't. She gave a very, very tough fight. And then the panic set in. Then all sorts of things starts coming into your head. Like, we have a long race that is about 2 kilometers long. So I had a lot of time to think about all these nasty things. As in, oh my God, my throat is parched and my legs are hurting and I cannot do it anymore. And then, say around 500 meters, I said, no, I think I should give up. I can't do it. I mean, what about my, reputation as to winning golds all the time? What is going to happen if she's giving me such a tough fight? I'm going to lose. All these kind of things came into my mind. And then one small thought came into my head. Smita, why don't you just give it your best? Try one more time. Just one more time. So I said, okay. I gave it my all, and I took about 10 very, very hard strokes. And I went ahead of her, and in that 10 strokes, she was the one who gave up. And I won the race. In that 500 meters, whatever was left, I won by 250 meters. So this lesson which I learned in my life is to never give up. Always give yourself one last chance. So remember this, and whenever you all are out there racing or playing a game, remember, even in life for that matter, never, never ever give up. There is one more thing I would like to tell you all. Many a times you have been told participation is more important. It's okay if you don't win, but I have another attitude. I say if you have to play in any game, if you have to race any race, you should play to win it, not just to participate. Because I remember I heard this from Shah Rukh Khan, that you never, never win a silver, you always lose a gold. So you should always strive to, reach the top. Go for the gold, always. Never just participate for the heck of participation. Yes, it's okay to fail, but sports teaches you to take failures too. If you've seen a spider, have you ever seen a spider? A spider, when he's building his web, will fall down n number of times. But every single time he will spring up and start webbing his web again. And finally will succeed. So I think these are some very, very important things which sports has taught me. And I'm sure with my experience, you will, take this experience and go ahead with it. There's one more thing I would like to say, because all these things I've learned when I was rowing, when I was in my sporting career. One more story to go. If you see an eagle, only a crow has the audacity or the guts to sit on an eagle's back and peck at its neck. But what does the eagle do? Eagle doesn't shove him off or say or yell. It just soars high. It just flies high. Soars higher and higher and higher. And as it goes higher, it is the crow who cannot take the atmosphere. He cannot take the height. And he falls from the top. So a lesson to be learned from this is that you should never ever listen to people or care about people or respond to people who are discouraging you. Do what you want and do it well. I think I'll end on this note. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. I had a wonderful time here. Thank you, Karat sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for those inspirational words. We are also joined by Honorable Shri Veer Dhaval Vikram Khade sir as our guest of honor. To know more about the remarkable journey of our guest of honor, let us watch an introductory AV. Can we have the AV, please?
Born in Maharashtra's Kolhapur, Veer Dhaval Vikram Khade didn't just enter the pool, he took the world by storm. In 2008, he became the youngest Indian swimmer to qualify for the Olympics. He went on to create history as the first Indian to compete in 3 different Olympic events. A titan of the freestyle, Veer Dhaval holds national records from the 50 to the 400-meter events, proving his dominance across every distance. 2010 was the year he broke a 24-year drought for India at the Asian Games, clinching a historic bronze in the 50-meter butterfly. Honored with the Arjuna Award in 2011, his never-give-up attitude fueled a golden streak at the South Asian Games and record-shattering sprints in Indonesia. With constant practice and warrior spirit, he remains one of India's greatest aquatic legends. We are honored to welcome Veer Dhaval Vikram Khade amongst us today.
May I invite Honorable Shri Veer Dhaval Khade Sir, Olympian and Arjuna awardee, to share his thoughts.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank MIT-ADT, Honorable Mangesh Karat sir and Ferd sir for inviting me here and giving me this honor. I come from very humble beginnings. I'm from a small city down south called Kolhapur. I'm pretty sure Maharashtrians here would know about it. Non-Maharashtrians might have heard about it because Khashaba Jadhav was from my district, the first individual Olympic gold medalist. Not gold medal, I think Olympic medalist. And I take immense pride in that. Growing up, like I didn't know why I was doing swimming. So my introduction to the sport was my parents forced me into the sport because they wanted to be, like specifically my dad, he wanted to be a successful sportsman. He couldn't do it. And before I was born, he had decided कि जब मेरा बेटा होगा वो Olympic खेलेगा. And it so happened that the first sport any child can start at a young age is swimming. So then he decided, ठीक है, when 4 years old, 4.5 years old, my son's going to start swimming. For the first 10 years of my life, I hated it. Yeah, every single week I would tell my dad, I don't want to do it. And looking back, I realized that's how I developed my passion. So nowadays, everyone says ki, you need to do things you're passionate at. They're probably right, but I kind of don't agree with that. I also believe that you can develop a passion. So when you do something for long enough and when you keep working at it, eventually you do get good at it. And in that process, you develop passion for that sport or for that activity. So sometimes, the teacher or the professor or the coach, they can see a talent in a kid, and then the kid or the parent says, ki, oh, my kid doesn't like it. He or she doesn't have the passion for it. And then the only thing the coach can do today is say, okay, like whatever you say. Luckily for me, 30 years ago, I wasn't given that option. So whenever I said I didn't want to do it, my coach and my parents said, ki, no, there's no other way, you have to do it. And so I think I was from the lucky generation where the parents decided for the children. And I think most of the people here would agree with me. So all the success that I've had, so I was in the Indian team for 28 years. I started, my first international was in 2005. I was an age group. I stopped swimming in 2023. I swam my last Asian Games when I was, 32 or 33. The only thing I learned from my parents is you just have to work hard. And it sounds very cliche because everyone says, yeah, you have to keep working hard and then sooner or later this will happen. But then now that's kind of become my DNA. I've started believing that if I don't struggle at something, like let's say I have a goal, I want to reach from here to there. And if the upside is very high, if the price is very big, I've started believing that I have to feel that struggle. If I get something very easily, it just doesn't feel like I've earned it. And strangely today, I see this generation running away from hard work, running away from struggle. And if you listen to any of the most successful people, the only thing common between every single one is they've worked very, very hard. And it's very, very easy to say, it's very easy to hear, but they've kind of learned how to embrace the struggle. And it doesn't feel like work to them anymore. So a lot of talk about work-life management and like how many hours a week you should work and this is too much and this is too less. Well, all that's well and good, but if you want to be great at something, you need to be 100% committed towards that. And the best example of that is Indians excelling at academics all over the world. So ever since, I would say 90%, let's say 99% of the parents say कि मेरा बच्चा doctor बनेगा, engineer बनेगा, and everything is geared towards that. So ever since the child is born, it's all about education. And I'm not saying that's not good. Okay, like I have a daughter, I want her to be very, very successful in education only. So I support that completely. But uh, if you think about it, you're spending about 8 to 10 hours a day studying, trying to get good at something. So the chances for success in academics is very, very high. That's probably the only reason why most of the scientists and doctors and the IT guys in the US are Indians. Because we spend so much time trying to get good at something. And after every Olympics, we start saying things, oh, Indians are very bad at Olympics, we are very bad at sports, government doesn't do anything. But you fail to accept the fact that we are not spending as much time as we are trying to get better at a sport. Like I come from Mumbai, I'm a coach now, and then swimming there is a hobby. So the parents from Mumbai, they spend a lot of money and they expect results to fall from the skies. So I used to train 8, 9, I don't know, yeah, 7 to 9 hours a day. I think Bajrang sir also was similar. Smita ma'am, you also similar. That's what it takes to get to the top. So whether it's sport, whether it's academics, whether it's anything you want to do, you have to spend a lot of time doing it and doing it well, trying to be good at something. Nothing is easy, and you need to learn how to embrace that struggle, because that's the fun part. When I look back at all the medals and whatever I've achieved, that's not something I brag about with my swimming friends. I talk to them about, oh, you know, I've done this very, very hard workout. And that's something I take a lot of pride at. So I tell somebody that, you know, I swim 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the evening. That's one of the biggest things I brag about. And I've done that for 15, 20 years. So I succeeded. People remember me swimming at the Olympics, Asian Games, and whatnot. But that was, I think, less than 1% of my entire career. So I spent 99% of my time trying to get good at something. And then whenever I got that chance, I could do it well. So I would ask all the students here and also the parents to embrace the struggle. Yeah, that's the fun part. And parents always keep trying to eliminate struggle from their children's life. They keep saying, oh, मी जे कष्ट केलं ते माझ्या मुलांनी नाही केलं पाहिजे. मी जे स्ट्रगल बघितलं मुलांनी नाही बघितलं पाहिजे. But you need to remember that that struggle made you successful. That struggle got you from 0 to 10. So why would you try to make your children weak? Yeah, there's no harm in putting your child through some struggle. Okay, in Mumbai, you send your child by the local train to the school, to the college. You don't have to lift their bags. So parents, for I think for the future of India's sake, we need to make our children a little more rough and tough. Let them fall down, let them get hurt, let them go out and play. Don't give them phones, which I'm trying to do. And I think 4 months, my daughter's 4 months old, and I've succeeded so far. I would like to say that 2 years from now also. But anyway, it was great being here. Uh, it's lovely to see students from all over India being a part of Vishwanath Sports Fest, the 8th one. I was present here for for the initial versions as well, and I love coming here. I love seeing the enthusiasm. I love seeing the vision of Vishwanath sir as well as Mangesh sir, and I'm hoping this vision, this enthusiasm, plays a big role in getting us a medal at the 2036 Olympics, which hopefully India will host. I think I've spoken enough. I want Bajrang Bhai to speak a little more. But before I end my speech, is that Mr. Garg standing there in the back? He was a senior. When I was an age group swimmer, he was my senior. Good to see you here, man. Anyway, thank you so much, and best of luck to everyone, and congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. We are joined by Honorable Captain Bajranglal Thakur, sir, as our chief guest. To know more about his inspiring journey, let us watch a brief introductory AV presentation. May we have the AV, please?
From the heart of Sikar, Rajasthan, emerged a man who would redefine the horizon of Indian water sports. As a soldier of the Rajputana Rifles, Captain Bajrang Lal Thakur brought the discipline of the Indian Army to the competitive waters of the world. He signaled his arrival with the historic silver in Doha and a gold at the 2007 Asian Championships, proving that India was no longer a participant but a contender. In 2010 Guangzhou, with the clock stopping at 7:04.78 minutes, he etched his name in the history as the first Indian rower to ever win an individual Asian Games gold. From the Beijing Olympics to the podiums of Incheon, Captain Bajrang's strength and precision set new benchmarks for a generation of athletes. Honored with the Arjuna Award and the Padma Shri, he stands today as a symbol of national pride and excellence. We are proud to welcome the legendary Captain Bajrang Lal Thakur amongst us today.
May I now invite our chief guest, Honorable Captain Bajrang Lal Thakur, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
गुड इवनिंग ऑल, सम्मानित मंच और पेरेंट्स एंड स्टूडेंट्स। आज मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में बात करूंगा, इंग्लिश मेरा थोड़ा वीक होने के कारण। और इस स्पोर्ट्स ओकेजन के ऊपर मैं स्पोर्ट्स की बात करूंगा, क्योंकि आज मेरा कैरियर 30 साल स्पोर्ट्स में व्यतीत हुआ है। उसकी जर्नी के बारे में एक बार आपको बताऊंगा। सन 1995 की बात है, जब मैं एक कॉलेज लाइफ में स्टडी कर रहा था। उस टाइम मैं बास्केटबॉल का प्लेयर था। मेरे सामने कोई विजन नहीं था वो, क्योंकि मैं एक गांव एरिया से आता हूं। वहां पर स्पोर्ट्स के नाम से कोई फील्ड नहीं था, ओनली वॉलीबॉल, बास्केटबॉल, कबड्डी, रेसलिंग। उनके भी स्पेशल कोच या जो क्वालिफाइड कोच नहीं थे। हमारे जो पीटीआई होते थे वो ही हमारे को ज़्यादातर ट्रेनिंग करवाते थे। लेकिन आज इस ज़माने में हर चीज़ की फैसिलिटी है। यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल में अनेक फैसिलिटियाँ हैं, क्वालिफाइड कोच हैं, और जो स्पोर्ट्स साइंस की फैसिलिटियाँ बहुत ज़्यादा हैं। तो वो चीज़ें हमारे को नहीं मिली थी। फिर भी हमने कोशिश किया ओलंपिक्स जाने तक और एशियन गेम में गोल्ड मेडल लाने तक, लेकिन हम संतुष्ट नहीं हुए। मेरा जर्नी जब स्टार्ट हुआ 95 में, जब मैं यूनिवर्सिटी का ब्रॉन्ज मेडलिस्ट एज ए बास्केटबॉल के अंदर हुआ, तब मेरे को लगा कि स्पोर्ट्स में कुछ कैरियर बनाया जा सकता है। स्पोर्ट्स के थ्रू मैं कुछ अचीव कर सकता हूँ। उस टाइम ओलंपिक्स में भी ज़्यादा मेडल नहीं आते थे, कभी 1 या 2 मेडल देखे हैं हमने। तो सोचते थे कि ओलंपिक्स में भी कभी हम पहुँच पाएंगे क्या। हमने वो सपना देखा है कि ओलंपिक में जाना है, एजुकेशन के साथ साथ में कि स्पोर्ट्स भी करना है। लेकिन हमारे रास्ते में ऐसे लोगों का हाथ है जो अदृश्य हैं, जो आम जनता है। उनकी ब्लेसिंग हमारे साथ, वो हम फील करना है कि इतनी जनता हमारे साथ में है, तो हम क्यों नहीं ओलंपिक में मेडल लेंगे। इसलिए सभी को महसूस करना है, अंदरूनी महसूस करना है कि आगे चलकर हम ओलंपिक्स में मेडल लेंगे। मैं सन 2000 के अंदर आर्मी ज्वाइन किया। आर्मी ज्वाइन करने के बाद में बास्केटबॉल में था, लेकिन वहाँ पर रिटायर्ड ब्रिगेडियर केपी सिंह देव साहब कभी कांग्रेस में राज्य मंत्री, डिफेंस राज्य मंत्री हुआ करते, वो बोले बेटा कि आप रोइंग में जाओगे। वो रोइंग फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया के प्रेसिडेंट हुआ करते थे। तो हमने उस टाइम, हम राजस्थान से बिलोंग करते हैं जहाँ पानी का बहुत अभाव है, वहाँ वाटर स्पोर्ट्स के नाम से कुछ जाना नहीं, लेकिन वहाँ पर हमने वो वर्ड सुना कि आपको रोइंग में जाना है। तो हमारे दिल में एक ही था कि हम सेना में हैं, आदेश का पालन हमारे को करना पड़ेगा, और हम रोइंग की ओर निकल चुके। जब हम हैदराबाद में गए तो रोइंग के नाम से देखा कि ये एक स्पोर्ट्स है और स्पोर्ट्स के नाम से इसका कंपटीशन होता है। फर्स्ट टाइम उस टाइम हमने देखा कि रोइंग भी एक ऐसा खेल होता है जो ओलंपिक लेवल में होता है। तो बड़े इंटरेस्ट के साथ हमने ट्रेनिंग की। उस टाइम इतना इक्विपमेंट नहीं था, अपना इंटरनेशनल लेवल का इक्विपमेंट नहीं था, सिर्फ इंडियन लेवल जो अपना डोमेस्टिक कंपनियां थी उनका बनाया हुआ इतना नहीं था। फिर भी हमने मेहनत किया और ऐसे लगता था कि हम नेशनल में मेडल ले पाएंगे नहीं ले पाएंगे, क्योंकि बास्केटबॉल में वो सपना रह गया मेरा, क्योंकि नेशनल तक नहीं पहुंच पाए। लेकिन रोइंग के अंदर हमारे को लगा कि हमारे पास ताकत है, हमारे पास स्किल है, हमारे को स्विमिंग आता है। क्योंकि मैं आर्मी में आने के बाद में स्विमिंग सीखा, तो डरने की कोई बात नहीं थी। उस टाइम कोच नहीं थे, कोच बहुत कम थे, लिमिटेड कोच थे। फिर भी हमने अभावों में ट्रेनिंग किया जिनकी कोई फैसिलिटी नहीं थी। फिर भी हमने ट्रेनिंग करके जब नेशनल चैंपियन बने 2003 में, तब हमारे को पहला एहसास हुआ कि हम जरूर देश के लिए कुछ कर सकते हैं, और चंडीगढ़ नेशनल के अंदर 2003 में हमने गोल्ड मेडल लिया। जर्नी यहीं स्टॉप नहीं हुआ। फिर मन में ऐसे आया, हमारा जो मोटिवेटर, हमारा एक ही कोच इस्माइल बेग साहब था, उन्होंने हमारे को गाइड किया कि आप ऐसे जगह से आते हो जहां पर पानी नहीं है, लेकिन आपने प्रूफ करके दिखा दिया कि आप गोल्ड ले सकते हो। लेकिन वो एक अंदर मोटिवेशन था कि मेरे को करना है, करने का एक ही बहाना कि करना है, नहीं करने के 100 बहाने, कुछ भी कि मेरे को नहीं आता, मेरे से नहीं होता, ये नहीं आना चाहिए। जब ये दिमाग में आ गया तो वो स्पोर्ट्स में आगे बढ़ ही नहीं सकता। इसलिए लगे रहो, जब तक आपको उसकी पोडियम फिनिश नहीं करते तब तक लगे रहो। 1 साल 2 साल 3 साल, जब तक आपको परफॉर्मेंस नहीं आए, आपके कोच के साथ मिलकर आपकी कमियां अपने आप में ढूंढो कि मेरे को क्या करने से मेरा परफॉर्मेंस आएगा। तो मैंने 2005 में जब एशियन चैंपियनशिप का मौका मिला, तो मेरे को 3 इवेंट मिले। 3 इवेंट मिले तो मैं सोच रहा हूं कि तीनों में परफॉर्म कैसे करना है। उस टाइम हमारे पास में कोई साइकोलॉजिस्ट नहीं था, सिर्फ एक ही था कि रेस लड़ना है। कोच था, उसने इवेंट दिए, भरोसा किया कि आप कर सकते हो, बस वो ही हमारे पास साइकोलॉजिस्ट थे। कोच ही सब कुछ थे। तो बोला आपको करना है, 3 इवेंट में कर सकते हो। तो सोचने लगे कि 3 इवेंट भी करना पड़ेगा। हमारा वाटर स्पोर्ट्स बहुत हार्ड है, एज ए फिजिकली कैसे भी देखो तो, मतलब उसमें लगभग एक रेस लड़ने के बाद में 12 घंटे का रेस्ट करना पड़ता है, थोड़ा रिकवरी फेस होता है। जब तक रिकवरी नहीं है तो दूसरी रेस कैसे लड़ोगे। लेकिन उस टाइम ऐसा नहीं था, दिमाग में नहीं था, आ जाता है वो दिमाग में कि उस टाइम हमने 3 रेस कैसे कर ली। वो एक अंदर का अपना सिस्टम को मजबूत करना, अपनी साइकोलॉजी को मजबूत करना, ये बहुत बड़ी चैलेंज है। 2005 एशियन चैंपियनशिप में मैंने 1 गोल्ड और 2 ब्रॉन्ज मेडल लिए। तब मेरी फेडरेशन को विश्वास हुआ और देश को विश्वास हुआ कि आप बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हो। 2006 एशियन गेम्स में कंटिन्यू सिल्वर मेडल लिया। उस टाइम मेरे पास 2 इवेंट थे, विश्वास किया फेडरेशन ने कि आप कर सकते हो। लेकिन पार्टनर कैसा है, क्या है, उसकी साइकोलॉजी अपन कैसे पहचान सकते हैं, इसलिए उसको दिया मेरे को। लेकिन और मैच उस दिन हार गए पहले दिन, तो थोड़ा सा मायूस लगा कि ये क्या हो गया, सोचने को मजबूर थे। लेकिन दूसरे दिन मेरा सिंगल का रेस था, तो दिमाग में एक ही आ रहा था कि पोडियम फिनिश करना है मेरे को। पोडियम फिनिश करना है। रात को मेरे कोच ने बोला कि कुछ आपको फीलिंग्स, वो कुछ फीलिंग्स नहीं है, मेरे को सिर्फ एक ही दिख रहा है कि पोडियम फिनिश करना है मेरे को। बोलता वेल डन, बेस्ट ऑफ लक। उस दिन रात को सो गए, दूसरे दिन सुबह उठते ही थोड़ा फीलिंग अलग था, थोड़ा सैडनेस भी था कि पहले दिन हम जो डबल्स की रेस थी वो हार गए थे, लेकिन जब पानी के अंदर जा रहे थे तो बेस्ट विशेष के साथ बस एक ही अपना था कि जो हमने किया है, जो ग्राउंड में ट्रेनिंग किया है, उसी को दिखाना है। जब दोहा के अंदर रेस स्टार्ट हुआ तो सिर्फ एक ही चीज कि सारे बराबर चल रहे हैं, सबके साथ चलते रहो, एक ही, कोई कमजोर नहीं है वहां पर। लेकिन जैसे जैसे 1000 मीटर निकला, 1500 मीटर निकला, जब ऐसे फील हुआ हाँ कि हम कुछ हैं करने लायक। देखो उस टाइम भी सोचना है, जब आप कंपटीशन में हो, आप जो ट्रेनिंग किया है उसको नहीं सोचा ना तो आप नहीं कर पाओगे कि मैंने कितना ट्रेनिंग किया है। वो चीज़ मैंने वहाँ पर सोची और मैं पोडियम फिनिश किया। सेकंड फिनिश करके मेरे को ऐसे लगा कि मैंने पोडियम फिनिश किया है। और उस दिन मेरे को पहले ऐसे पता होता या इतना एक्सपीरियंस होता तो पता नहीं उस टाइम भी मैं गोल्ड ले चुका होता, क्योंकि 6 माइक्रो सेकेंड से मैंने गोल्ड मिस किया है। तब मेरे दिमाग में आया कि हाँ, अपन ने थोड़ा पहले से फोकस और कर लेते तो पता नहीं आज गोल्ड आ जाता। लेकिन वहीं हारे नहीं। 2010 में फिर मैं 5 साल कंटिन्यू एशियन चैंपियन रहा, कंटिन्यू 27, 7, 8, 9, 10। तो 2010 एशियन गेम्स गुआंगझो चाइना के अंदर मैंने गोल्ड लेके ये साबित कर दिया कि मैं हाँ एशियन चैंपियन रहूंगा और हूं। तो स्ट्रगल कभी धोखा नहीं देती, कड़ी मेहनत कभी धोखा नहीं देती, वो एक ना एक दिन आपको पोडियम तक लेके जाएगी। तो मेरे को यहाँ पर आगे बड़ा अच्छा लगा। तो मैं मेरे चैंपियंस को जो यहाँ पर मेडल जीते हैं उनको एक मैसेज देना चाहता हूँ, या जो याद रखने वाली 3 बातें: कड़ी मेहनत, अनुशासन और हार एक सबक। क्योंकि मेहनत सब करते हैं, चैंपियन सब बनते हैं, लेकिन हार के कई सबक नहीं लेते और वो वहीं अपने हथियार छोड़ देते हैं। तो उनको नहीं करना चाहिए, हार को एक सबक लेना चाहिए। मैदान में हारा हुआ इंसान जीत सकता है, मैदान में हारा हुआ इंसान जीत सकता है, लेकिन मन से हारा हुआ इंसान कभी जीत नहीं सकता। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं अपने शब्दों को विराम देता हूं। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Thank you, sir. Your words were truly inspiring. May I now request Honorable Professor Dr. Mangesh Karar, sir, Pro-Chancellor and Executive President, MIT-ADT University, to deliver the presidential address.
Respected dais of the Vishwanath Sports Meet, the Honorable Chief Guest of today's program, Padma Shri Bajrang Lal Thakur ji, VSM, our another guest of honor, Honorable Shri Veer Dhaval Khade ji, our own Honorable Mrs. Smita Shirole Yadav ji, the Pune's sports lady, all our the leadership of the university, Dr. Rajesh ji, the VC of the university, Pro VCs, Dr. Ramchandra Pujari, Dr. Mohit Dubey, all other deans, and the in charge of the this activity, Dr. Suraj Boher and Padmakar Ferd, and everyone, all the student council members who are actively involved in the organization of this VSM. I'm very happy. Firstly, at the outset, I congratulate all the participating team. I think more than 5,000 sportsmen and women, they participated in this VSM, 8th VSM of this MIT-ADT University. We are organizing this sports summit right from 2005, initially at MIT campus. When this campus was not there, we were organizing sports summit, and now this that legacy continued here in 2017 onwards. So I'm very happy that that the legacy is growing every year. More and more tough competitions are happening. Our VC sir was telling me, this year it was very tough competitions. The students from the different universities, they really gave the tough fight to each and every one. So I'm very happy the quality is going up. But I think today only the winners are present here. So once again, I congratulate all the winners. The audience is all winners, I think, I hope. So I congratulate them for participating and winning in the event which you have chosen. So this is a very good thing. Secondly, I will also congratulate our the guest, Bajrang Lal Thakur ji, VSM, on the Padma Shri, Viridaval Khade ji, and Madam Smita ji for making the India proud by winning the medals in their career. Now they are retired from active sports, but they have played the great role in achieving the medals at a different level, Olympic level, Asian level, Commonwealth level. So we are grateful to you, sir, because you are heroes. All of you people have really played the great role. You have made our country's neck very high. So that is, we are on the behalf of the MIT-ADT University. I am really thankful, grateful for you, as a countryman. Friends, I think all the speakers, all the three have really spoken their mind, how they have made their career in the sports. Everyone has spoken in a very, very organic, language, very simple language. What is the mantra to become successful in the sports? I think that is more than sufficient. I will not talk much about that because I am not that, I am not that sportsman. But these people have really showed their talent, merit at a national level. So friends, we have to follow that. I still remember the words of the great, cricketer, VVS Lakshmanji, who had come for one of the programs of the prize, distribution at that campus of the Sports Summit in 2013 or 14. He had said, every sportsman has to be physically fit, intellectually sharp, mentally alert, and spiritually elevated. And he explained the meaning of each and everything very nicely. Physically fit, everyone has to be physically fit in your game, as rightly said by the Bajrang Lalji Thakur. Thakurji, he lost one medal by 0.6 micron of the second. So how to build the stamina? I still remember the interview of the PV Sindhu, the great lady from the Hyderabad, who is our another pride of the country. She had mentioned in the interview she used to wake up at 4 or at maybe 3 every day. How many hours of training, how many hours of practice they do it. Veer Dhavalji now said it. Yeah, morning 3 hours and in the evening 3 hours of the practice he does. So that is what we have to learn. But the Lakshmanji had mentioned in that physically fitness is a very important, because without that you cannot be the part at that level, at a national level or at an international level. Intellectually sharp, it is not only the game of the physical fitness. You have to make the strategy at the game, at the competition. So how intellectually you can make the strategy to win your team or to win yourself. So that is also important. Mentally alert, you cannot do unethical things while playing the games. Number of times we see the people adopt some unethical practices to win the game. So that is also not good. And at last he said, even though you are physically fit, intellectually sharp, mentally alert, but still winning in the match or winning in the game is not only your effort. The Almighty has to bless you. Almighty has to bless you. He had quoted a very good example. He said, whenever there is to be the match in our country or outside the country, and he used to bat. And last few balls they remain, and India needs 6 hours, 6 runs in 2 balls. So that time he used to pray to the Almighty God. God, even though I'm perfect in my all the practice and everything, now your blessings are required to win my game. So, and that has really gave him the power, that, spirit and that blessings that has made him, winning the player. So spiritually elevated is also very important thing. You may be remembering our Shivaji Maharaj ji used to take the name of the Jai Bhavani. Number of from the Rajasthan people used to take the name of the Har Har Mahadev. So what is meaning of that? Yeah, Almighty, give me the power and give me the success. So that is to be the mantra. But basically 4 parameters everyone has to remember: physically fit, intellectually sharp, mentally alert, and spiritually elevated. If you keep all these parameters in your mind and if you play, you will never be arrogant, you will be winner. So that is my small tip on this day. I will not talk much on this day because now it is a time to the prizes. And once again, I congratulate all the people, all the organizers, all the coaches who have made this VSM very successful, and organizers for organizing this, the summit with a great zeal and great energy. Thank you once again to one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your visionary leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to have prize distribution. But before that, we would like to request the dignitaries to felicitate our sports secretaries for their efforts and contribution in making the 8th VSM a resounding success. We have Ms. Arya Chaudhary, Sports Secretary, Team MIT Impact Student Council. I request the dignitaries to felicitate Ms. Arya Chaudhary for her relentless efforts in student coordination and organization. We also have Mr. Atharva Zadav, Sports Secretary, Team MIT Impact Student Council, for his tireless efforts and hard work in making VSM a great success. I request the dignitaries to felicitate Atharv Zadav.
Thank you so much, dignitaries. We once again thank both our sports secretaries for their relentless efforts in making VSM 2026 a resounding success. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we arrive at the most awaited segment of today's evening, the prize distribution ceremony for the team events. To every athlete that's present here today, whether you return with a medal or with a memory, remember that the discipline and the camaraderie that you have earned is your greatest victory. So don't be disheartened even if you do not win today, because it's the journey that matters. Starting with the first team event, that is badminton men. And the runner-up is MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? And the players are Arivir Deshmukh, Veday Deshmukh, Bhaumik Rajput, Akshat Barve, Aditya Jadhav, and Priyanshu Pandey. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups in badminton men, MIT-ADT University? Congratulations to our runner-ups in badminton men, MIT-ADT University, Aryaveer Deshmukh, Veday Deshmukh, Bhaumik Rajput, Akshat Barve, Aditya Zadav and Priyanshu Pandey. And the winners for badminton men are D.Y. Patil International University. We have Kavindra, Om, Shain and Aryan. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in badminton's men? D.Y. Patil International University. And we would also like to announce the best player in badminton men. And the best player is Kavindra from D.Y. Patil International University. Congratulations to our winners and best player. Moving on to badminton women. And the runner-up team is MIT-ADT University. Players are Titiksha Sharma, Tanisha Girwani and Soumya Singh. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-up? We would also like to announce the best player for badminton women, and the best player is Titiksha Sharma from MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups and best player? Next up, the winners in badminton women, VIT Pune. And the players are Titiksha Patil, Khushi Chitpur, Indira Pacharne and Nandari Bhargava. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in badminton women's category, VIT Pune. Moving on to the chess men category, and the runner-ups are MIT-ADT University. We have Karan Borse, Kunj Bansal, Shantanu Shete, Ajinkya Javahere, Nidish and Shubham. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups? And the best player in chess men is Shantanu Shete from MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups and best player in chess men category? Moving on to the winners of chess men, we have MIT World Peace University. The award would be received by the girls team from MIT World Peace University on their behalf. May I take the names of the players? Parth, Adinath, Yash, Path, Bhavesh and Shantanu. Can we have a huge round of applause for our winners? A huge round of applause for our winners in chess men category, MIT World Peace University. The award is being received by the women's team. Moving on to the chess women's category, and the runner-up is MIT-ADT University. We have Daksha, Shipra, Sanika, Rachayita, Mrinmay, Samriddhi. And the best player in chess women's category is Samriddhi from MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups and best player? Moving on to the winners in chess women's category, we have MIT World Peace University. And the players were Harshava, Sachi, Sania, Reva, Shravani and Saili. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in chess women's category? Moving on to the basketball men's category, we have the runner-ups from MIT World Peace University. Since the team is not present, students from World Peace University would be collecting the award on their behalf. The players were Arya Raj, Krush, Kapil, Anush, Chandra, Maurya, Daksh, Rishant, Vardhan, Aryan, Sarangdhar, Aryan Dharmdhere and Aryan Ghadge. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups in basketball men's category, MIT World Peace University. Moving on to the winners of basketball men's category, we have MIT-ADT University. We have Praveen, Vedant, Atharv, Ekin, Samir, Satyam, Prathamesh, Vishal, Anuj, Harshit, Manav and Sarthak. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in basketball men's category, MIT-ADT University. And the best player in basketball men's category is Vedant Hirulkar from MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for our winners and best player? Moving on to the basketball women's category. The runner-up is MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? And the players are Arya, Ananya, Divya Darshini, Momita, Tanushri, Plaksha, Ananya, Sanjot, Samija, Satakshi, Janvi and Khushi. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups in basketball women's category, MIT-ADT University. Moving on to the basketball women's winners, and the winner is MIT World Peace University. And the players are Akshaya, Shrushti, Sara, Pearl, Arya, Anandita, Ayushi, Roopsa, Paloma and Ananya. And the best player is Akshaya Patil from MIT World Peace University. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners and best player in basketball women's category? Moving on to football men's category, and the runner-up is Nes Vadia. Can we have a huge round of applause for the runner-ups? We have Vishwanath, Alin, Roshan Nair, Aditya, Tanish, Neeraj, Gaurav, Melvin, Akash, Ayuj, Aditya, Sandesh, Shravan, Sai, Austin, Harsh, and Rikel. Can we have a huge round of applause for the runner-ups in football men, Nes Vadia. Moving on to the winners in football men, we have Spicer University. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in football men, Spicer University? We have Emmy, Gabriel, Lal Sang Mavia, Joel, Samuel, Soilen, Maibam, Victor, Henry, Pokoi, Sail, Lala Pui, Harsh, Vanlal Nudika, Dalin, Jamkolet, Jai Jingam, and Lucky Son. Congratulations to the winners in football men's category, Spicer University. Moving on to football women's, and the runner-up is MIT World Peace University. Can we have a huge round of applause for the runner-up team? We have Jui, Shirin, Iketa, Riya, Kalyani, Surya, Tanvi, Ananya, Nivedita, Anushka, Anjali, Sanika, Simran, Samiksha. We also have with us the winners in football women's category, MIT-ADT University. And the players are Purva, Bhagyashri, Anjali, Shivanjali, Shreya, Riddhi, Prachi, Janvi, Vanshika, Shiran, Anisha, Namita, Priya, Saundarya, Ananya, Sonia, Arya, and Shruti. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners? And the best player in football women's category is Anjali Kamte from MIT-ADT University. We would like to announce the best players for both football men and football women's category once again. The best player in football men's category is Swayam Havaldar from MIT-ADT University. And the best player in football women's category is Anjali Kamte from MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? Moving on to Kabaddi men, we have the runner-up MIT-ADT University. And the players are Shambhuraje, Saurabh Aryan, Saurabh Nanavre, Aman, Chetan, Chaitanya, Shriram, Prathamesh, Dhyandeep, and Vishwaraje. I request all the students and the champions who are collecting their prize, kindly take your seats back in the audience once you have collected your trophies and medals. Once again, I would like to announce that we have with us the runner-ups, MIT-ADT University in the category Kabaddi Men. Moving on to the winners of Kabaddi Men category, Bharati Vidyapeeth, Physical Education. And the players are Aniket, Ramesh, Prasad, Dheeraj, Abhijit, Dwansh, Prithviraj, Animesh, Raj, Prahan and Sandeep. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in category of Kabaddi Men? And the best player of Kabaddi Men's category is Vishwatej Chandrakant Sarvale from D.Y. Patil University. Can we have a huge round of applause for him as well? Moving on to the Kabaddi Women's category, and the runner-up is MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? We have Mugdha, Jnaneshwari, Pradnya, Payal, Shushti, Namita, Utkarsha, Shushti Kulkarni, Sarika, Riya, Shri Shambhavi, Bhavna and Vaibhavi. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? And the best player in Kabaddi Women's category is Jnaneshwari from MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups and best player? Moving on to the winners in Kabaddi Women's category, we have Sarhad College, Pune. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in Kabaddi Women's category? We have Sakshi Chauge, Sakshi Renuse, Riya, Anita, Vaishnavi, Samruddhi, Mayuri, Mansi, Tanvi, Samiksha and Vaishnavi. Can we once again have a huge round of applause for the winners in Kabaddi Women's category, Sarhad College, Pune. Moving on to table tennis men's category. The runner-up is SP College, but they aren't present here with us today. So the winners are MIT World Peace University. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in table tennis men's category, MIT World Peace University. We have Jay Pense, Soham Made, Parth and Pranav. And the best player in table tennis men's category is Jay Pense from MIT World Peace University. Moving on to table tennis women's category, and the runner-up is Christ University, but they are not present here today. So the winner is MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in table tennis women's category? We have Mugdha, Savni, Shrishti and Pranavi. And the best player is Savni Joshi from MIT-ADT University. Moving on to tennis men's, and the runner-up is Lok Jagruti Kendra University, Ahmedabad. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups in tennis men's category? Lok Jagruti Kendra University, Ahmedabad. We have Aditya Thakur and Raj Patel. And the best player is Aditya Thakur from Lok Jagruti Kendra University, Ahmedabad. Can we once again have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups and best player from Lok Jagruti Kendra University, Ahmedabad. Moving on to the winners in the tennis men's category, we have National Defense Academy, Khadakwasla. We have Kunal, Yash, Hridayjeet, Aditya and Shreyas. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in the tennis men's category, National Defense Academy, Khadakwasla. Moving on to the tennis women's category, and the runner-up is MIT-ADT University. They are the runner-up in the tennis women's category. We have Bhagyashree, Shreya and Shivani. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups? And the winners in tennis women's category are once again from MIT-ADT University. We have Vanshika, Janvi, Swarupa and Gayatri. And the best player is Gayatri Patil from MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for our winners in tennis women's category? Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in tennis women's category, MIT-ADT University. Moving on to Kho-Kho women, and the runner-ups are D.Y. Patil University. Can we have a huge round of applause for our runner-ups? We have Amruta, Gayatri, Sakshi Pandre, Sakshi Chavan, Anuja, Shivleela, Gayatri, Pragati, Pradnya, Amruta Kharat, Neha and Arati. Huge congratulations to the runner-ups in Kho-Kho women's category, D.Y. Patil University. Moving on to the winners of Kho-Kho women's category, we have Mess Garware College. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in Kho-Kho women's category, Mess Garware College. We have Gayatri, Shreya, Shweta, Nakshatra, Mayuri, Pratiksha, Vedika, Prathna, Gauri, Sania, Vedika and Snehal. We also have best player Shweta Navale from Mess Garware College. Once again, congratulations to the winners and best player in Kho-Kho women's category, Mess Garware College. Moving on to Kho-Kho men's category, and the runner-ups are Professor Ramkrishna More Arts, Commerce and Science College. We have Audumbar, Soham, Ankit, Adarsh, Nikhil, Saurabh, Bhushan, Aditya, Balaji, Rushi, Aditya Metikar, and Vivek. Can we have a huge round of applause for the runner-ups in Kho-Kho men's category? Moving on to the winners in the Kho-Kho men's category, we have MIT-ADT University. We have Kartikeya, Digvijay, Krishi, Aditya, Adesh, Vijay, Vishwajit, Nikhil, Akash, Sifajit, Ranjit, and Ketan. And the best player is Nikhil Parande from MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in Kho-Kho men's category, MIT-ADT University, as well as the best player Nikhil Parande from MIT-ADT University. Moving on to volleyball men's category, and the runner-up is MIT-ADT University. We have Swaroop, Om, Pratik, Ayush, Onkar, Malhar, Ayush, Kunal, Anfal, Tanmay, Om, Vivek, and Ajinkya. We have with us the runner-ups in volleyball men's category, MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for the runner-ups in volleyball men's category, MIT-ADT University? Moving on to the winners of volleyball men's category, we have Bharti Vidyapeeth. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in volleyball men's category, Bharti Vidyapeeth? We have Aditya, Aryan, Pranav, Sagar, Yash, Aryan Thape, Aryan, Alok, Suyash, and Keshav Gaikwad. And the best player is Pranav Chikne from Bharti Vidyapeeth. Can we have a huge round of applause for the best player and the winners in volleyball men's category, Bharti Vidyapeeth? Moving on to the volleyball women's category, we have the runner-ups, MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? We have Tanvi, Navya, Radha, Nandini, Yukta, Rakhi, Sakhi, Anushka, Shushti, and Nandini Vaidya. Can we have a huge round of applause for the runner-ups in volleyball women's category, MIT-ADT University? Moving on to the winners in volleyball women's category, MIT World Peace University. We have Ira, Shreya, Mrinal, Grishma, Varda, Pia, Sharvi, Shravan, and Arya. I request all the champions and the students who've collected their trophies and medals from stage to kindly take their seats back in the audience. And we have the best player, Girishma Karne from MIT World Peace University in volleyball women's category. Moving on to the water polo men's category, and the runner-ups are MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? We have Paras, Shlok, Sumit, Jay, Anish, Sainath, Dhruv, Faisal, Soham, Atharv, and Siddharth. Once again, congratulations to the runner-ups. Moving on to the winners in water polo men's category, we have Mumbai University. Can we have a huge round of applause? The coach of the team is collecting the award on their behalf. And a humble request to all the champions who have taken their trophies and medals from stage to kindly take their seats back in the audience. I request everyone to take their seats back in the audience. And the best player is Manish Kokate from Mumbai University. Can we have a huge round of applause for the best player? Moving on to water polo women's category, and the runner-up is Manet. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? We have Subiksha, Tanishka, Samija, Sharvari. We have the runner-ups. Category, and the runner-up is MIT-ADT University. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? We have with us the runner-up in cricket women's category, MIT-ADT University. We have Neha, Aishwarya, Tanvi, Anushka, Lachi, Pradnya, Hridaya, Gargi, Saloni, Samriddhi, Tanushka, Vaishnavi, Shruti, Sanyogita, and Riya. Moving on to the winners in cricket women's category, we have Ajinkya Divai Patil University. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in cricket women's category? We have Aditi, Gauri, Neha, Palak, Sakshi, Prachi, Shivali, Khushi, Ashi, Virsha, Yashaswini, Arya, Aditi, Akanksha, and Ayushi. Can we have a huge round of applause for the winners in cricket women's category? The Vishwanath Sports Meet Champions Trophy unfolded with electrifying performances, intense competition, and a spirit that truly defined sportsmanship. Every team showcased determination, discipline, and passion till the very last moment. Now we would like to announce the first three positions of the overall Champions Trophy of Vishwanath Sports Meet 2026. And the third position goes to Mess Garware College, Pune, with 5 gold medals and 3 silver medals. With a strong and steady performance, Mess Garware College secured the third position. Their grit and perseverance ensured a well-deserved place on the podium. Now, the second position goes to BK Birla Knight College, Mumbai, with 5 gold and 4 silver medals. And the first position, the VSM Champions Trophy winners, the overall champion trophy winners are MIT-ADT University with 10 gold medals and 24 silver medals. A truly remarkable achievement. With an extraordinary display of consistency and dominance, MIT-ADT University emerged as the champions, securing 10 gold medals and 24 silver medals. We have the first position in the overall champions trophy at VSM 2026 MIT-ADT University. Congratulations to all the team players. I request all the sports staff to please gather in front of the stage for a group photograph. Immediately, all the sports staff, I request you to kindly gather in front of the stage for a group photograph. Thank you, dignitaries. I request you all to kindly take your seats on the dais. May I now request Ms. Mrinmay Gotmare, Executive Member, MIT Impact Student Council, and Rising Young Leader in Bharat Mandapam Awardee to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Some events end with medals, some end with memories, but a few special ones, like today, end with gratitude that stays much longer than the applause. I am truly privileged to present the vote of thanks for the 8th national level intercollegiate inter-university Vishwanath Sports Meet 2026, a celebration of sportsmanship, discipline, unity, and sheer determination. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Padma Shri Honorable Captain Bajrang Thakur Sir, VSM Arjuna Awardee and Asian Gold Medalist in rowing. Thank you, sir, for inspiring us with your journey, values, and unwavering commitment to sports excellence. I sincerely thank our distinguished guests of honor, Honorable Shri Veer Dhaval Khade Sir, Olympian and Arjuna Awardee in swimming, and Honorable Ms. Smita Shirole Yadav Ma'am, Major Dhyanchand Awardee in rowing. Your presence elevated this ceremony and motivated every athlete here today. With deep respect and gratitude, I thank our founding father, Reverend Vishwadharmi Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karat Sir, MIT's MIT Group of Institutions Chancellor, MIT-ADT University, whose vision of nation building through education, peace, and sports continues to guide generations and gives Vishwanath Sports Meet its true soul. My sincere thanks to Professor Dr. Mangesh Karat Sir, Pro-Chancellor and Executive President of MIT-ADT University, for his constant leadership, encouragement, which empower platforms like VSM to grow year after year. I would also like to express my gratitude to Professor Dr. Sunita Karad Ma'am, Executive Director, MIT-ADT University, for her guidance, support, and unwavering commitment to holistic student development. I extend my sincere gratitude to Professor Dr. Rajesh S. Sir, Vice Chancellor of MIT-ADT University and Chairman of Vishwanath Sports Meet 2026, for his inspirational leadership, constant guidance, which played a vital role in shaping the vision, discipline, and success of Vishwanath Sports Meet 2026. I would now like to extend my sincere appreciation to the entire organizing committee, whose collective leadership and dedication transformed planning into performance. The organizing committee, under the guidance of Professor Dr. Saili Kankar ma'am, Provost MIT-ADT University, with the able support of Dr. Mahesh Chopde sir, Registrar MIT-ADT University, Dr. Mohit Dubey sir, Pro Vice Chancellor MIT-ADT University, Dr. Ramchandra Pujari sir, Pro Vice Chancellor MIT-ADT University, and Dr. Nachiket Thakur sir, also Pro Vice Chancellor MIT-ADT University, ensured that every aspect of this national event met with the highest standard of excellence. A special note of gratitude to our Chief Convener of Vishwanath Sports Meet 2026, Professor Dr. Suraj Boyar sir, Director Student Affairs, MIT-ADT University, for his vision, meticulous coordination, and tireless efforts in bringing this great sporting celebration to life. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Mr. Padmakar Phut sir, convener of Vishwanath Sports Meet 2026, Shiv Chhatrapati Awardee and Director Sports, MIT-ADT University, for his exceptional leadership, discipline, and tireless efforts in ensuring the smooth and successful execution of this entire sports meet. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor Dr. Pratibha Jagtap ma'am, co-convener of VSM 2026 and Assistant Director of Student Welfare, MIT-ADT University, for a constant support, coordination, and student-centric approach that greatly contributed to the seamless conduct of this national level event. My hearty appreciation goes to all the deans, directors, committee members, referees, volunteers, medical teams, ground staff, technical teams, and every individual who work tirelessly behind the scenes, often unseen but never unimportant. To all the athletes and teams from across the country, thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing passion to the field, discipline to the game, and dignity to the competition. You are the true spirit of Vishwanath Sports Meet 2026. As we conclude, we don't say goodbye, we simply say see you again. We are already excited to welcome you back for the next season of Vishwanath Sports Meet with even greater energy, participation, and excellence. Until then, keep playing, keep striving, keep winning. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you so much, Mrinmay, for that fine vote of thanks. To conclude this prestigious ceremony, may I request everyone to kindly rise in their seats for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे